Hello, this is going to be reading about what your spirit guides here help you with in this lifetime. I can't decide which one I want to be pile 1. I guess malachite. The malachite would be pile 1. Got a nice little divot in there. This orange citrine would be pile 2. And this tire's eye will be pile 3. I may shine a little bit better light on the tire's eye because I like it better than the other ones. About you chose malachite. Come. I'm gonna use this cedar pine to clear the energy for you. Pile 1, first of all, you need to get more in touch with your masculine energy. You're quite like a feminine soul, and you're just like more in tune with your feminine energy, and you're not as strong in your masculine energy. It's not your strong suit. So your spirit guides are helping you with that. Definitely your spirit guides might be more masculine. I'm definitely seeing that your spirit guides help you with karma, like when people aren't treating you right and you deserve better. I'm also seeing that when you're needing to stand up for yourself and like put on anger, because you're usually not an angry person, pile 1. You don't like to lash out at people. You're not that kind of person, but your spirit guides are the ones who will come through when you need that energy. To just push them away, cut them off real fast, like someone who's just genuinely disrespecting you, or if you need to put up like a wall in like a social situation, or even a traumatic situation for some of you that might resonate, where your spirit guides were helping you separate yourself from those people who were hurting you, because there's literally nothing else you could have done in that situation. We have Sun of Pentacles reversed. So in general, I'm feeling your past lives were not, like there was a general sense of dissatisfaction and feeling like you didn't come and do what you were meant to come and do in your past lives. Like karmic patterns that weren't solved, that weren't closed. A lot of karma that isn't yours, but it's from your past life that you're bringing into this life, and that's why you've had so many hard situations. You bring karma from your past lives that was never closed, and you need to learn those lessons. That's why your spirit guides are here, because they know that these are lessons you couldn't learn on your own. You need help with that. You need help, because everybody has to learn their lessons on their own, but sometimes people need help figuring out how or why they need to do that. Some of you, that the people in your life are not going to be thinking for your best interests. So your spirit guides are here to cut off anybody, because you're the type of person to like ride or die. Like when you're there for a person, you are loyal, you are there for them no matter what. And that's why people might come in and out of your life so fast, pile 1, is because spirit is literally in divine timing cutting people off for you when their bullshit is not going to help you or is not going to be good for you. Yeah, we have the Emperor here, so definitely masculine energy. Hearing in your past life in particular, there was a masculine energy that was like bad. Let's just leave it at that. It was bad, it wasn't good for you, and it taught your soul the wrong sense of masculinity and how to be this divine emperor, divine masculine energy. But those are the only patterns your soul has learned. So you got this shadow side, you got this really your shadow side pile 1 really affects other people, you know. You have a more deep shadow side than other people pile 1 because it can affect things on such a stronger level. Because I'm hearing that in your past lives, and maybe in this life too, you've been through so much like dark things that your soul is just used to it. And if you're not keeping yourself in your light and your divine masculine energy, where you're like keeping yourself going on a direction in your life, then you will fall off into this spiral of like not knowing who you are, what you want, why you're here. The spirit guides are definitely they're not the type to coddle you or like gently guide you through it. They're more the type to, what's the phrase? Gotta push the bird out of the nest so they can fly. I forgot what that phrase was, but it's like where the mama bird pushes their hatchling out of the nest because they're too scared to go out and like try to fly on their own. Those are the more the energy of your spirit guides, because they stress wanting you to learn this stuff on your own. That's why they sort of let these situations play out where you could have done something better for yourself, but you needed to learn those lessons. Your spirit guides are definitely here to sort of pick and choose what lessons that they know you can do and that they know you can get through with their guidance, with like synchronicity, signs, deja vu, like that. They'll guide you through it. But they're also here that like, because they know that they need to cut some situations off that are just going to end up draining your soul. Because with this Emperor here, there's this huge aura of light around his head. That sounds like you, pile 1. When you're at your best, your divine masculine energy is a huge aura coming out of you. It's like there's a light coming from your heart. People want to take from that. People want to use that. With the 7 Pentacles in reverse, people don't want to use it for good things. They want to use it for bad things, selfish things, like things that just like aren't meant to last. And that's why your spirit guides are here to cut some certain situations off for you, because you wouldn't be able to do that. You're the type, pile 1, you're the type to just sort of surrender and let things happen to your more feminine energy. You need to use this masculine energy to figure out what you want to do and what you want to happen. I'm also hearing for you, for pile 1, if you're not already in contact with your spirit guides, you should try talking to them, guided meditation, asking for a sign, something like that. Like, they're very readily open to communicating with you, but you just gotta put in half the energy for them, so they aren't doing it alone, you know what I mean? Because how else are they gonna know what you need to hear, or like what you are wanting to know about? Because your spirit guides aren't the type to barge in your life and like let you know that they're there. They're only there for you when you need fierce protection, like Leo energy. They are there for you when they know you can't no longer go on your own. Let's see, Spirit, what has the spirit guides already helped my pile 1 with in this lifetime? Inner conflict with this 5 of Wands in reverse, doubting yourself. Your spirit guides completely cut that off. They're like, you shouldn't doubt yourself because other people who you loved and cared about didn't see the kindness in you or didn't see the love in you. And your spirit guides have also stopped you from, again, sort of just surrendering and letting things happen, which has ended up causing conflict for you. Your spirit guides have sort of have made it to where you stop feeling like you don't have control over your inner conflict or your inner perspective on things. With this 9 of Wands, I'm feeling like this energy where you had to like overextend yourself for other people a lot of the time in the past. And it was like this huge heavy burden on you that you just kept having to do over and over and over again. And I'm hearing in this lifetime, you've already gone through that lesson. You have learned your lesson about overextending yourself for other people and keep burning yourself when you know there's no reason. There's no end point to it. It's just going to keep going and going and going. But I'm hearing you learn that. Your spirit guides are still there to help you with that when you sometimes falter or doubt yourself about that. Yeah. Being ungrateful, your spirit guides have helped you with that lesson. Your spirit guides have helped you embrace your ethereal nature and your spirituality and the fact that you are a beautiful soul. All on your own. You don't need anybody else to tell you that. You can do that all on your own. Your spirit guides are also the ones who constantly point out synchronicities and deja vu for you so that you can like feel that light in yourself, feel that beauty in yourself. If you get random bursts of confidence, that's your spirit guides coming through for you. Because I feel like you didn't always believe you were beautiful. You didn't always see this deep, infinite inner light within yourself. And you being in contact with your spirit guides and you learning lessons that you have learned has helped you with that. 8 Cups reversed. Your spirit guides have taught you that there are some things you aren't meant to move on from. There are some, sometimes there's still something you need to learn to be able to move from a situation, because sometimes you feel like you can't move on from a situation at all, and you feel like you're just meant to be stuck in that situation forever. But that's not the case. The case is there's still something you need to learn. There's still a lesson you need to learn for you to be able to move on and start a new beginning. Because if you aren't learning those lessons, you're still going to be stuck. You're not going to understand why you need to move on. But once you understand that, then you can move on. But you have understood that. You have seen those things in yourself. You've seen those things in other people. And I'm hearing, in particular for you, Padawan, you have let go of the idea of trying to help other people move on so that they can lessen their own pain. Because you see the patterns in people where that if they would just let go of this and move on from this, or change this about themselves, you've tried helping, but almost to a point where it was a detriment at yourself because people ended up resenting you for it or victimizing themselves and making you the bad guy so they could continue that cycle within themselves. And you have had to not only deal with that and let go of the people you loved because of those things, but you have learned your lesson and have like stopped trying to learn other people's lessons for them. You're letting other people learn their own lessons. You're not sitting here judging other people or any of that, because you're like, if this person doesn't know better, then they need to learn that lesson so that they can know better for next time. You're not trying to force it on anybody else. You're becoming more individual in this lifetime. And your spirit guides, I want to say, are so proud of how far and deep you've gotten in terms of being able to do exactly that, like become an individual within yourself and not have other people step over your boundaries. Let's see. Spirit, what else is there need? What else kind of help is my Padawan needing in this lifetime? What has my Padawan not learned from their spirit guides yet that they still need to learn? We have Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So they're still teaching you this balance of masculine and feminine energy of you using your innate ability to be that divine feminine and just perceive around you and then use that energy. Like they're trying to help you use that energy and focus it into something, focus it into a certain point. And you're still learning how to do that, but it's sort of like you're slowly starting to master it. You're slowly starting to figure out how to do that. And I think it's funny that we got the Empress here, that you still haven't learned that yet, because your Empress energy is already pretty prevalent. But maybe it's just that some of your feminine traits have ended up being a little bit more toxic for you. For example, the way you used to be so loyal and caring towards people even if they would hurt you. I'm hearing that Spirit is helping you that with, like, maybe it's like seeing your worth as divine feminine, because before you would just like only see other people's worth and you'd be giving to them because of that. But they're trying to help you see your own worth more so you can see when it's okay to be giving and when you shouldn't be giving, because it's not gonna help the other person, not gonna help you. I'm hearing your spirit guides are helping you with this 10 of Wands in reverse. Stop working so hard with things. It's like you really Because see, we have 3 pentacles reversed, 10 of pentacles reversed, 4 pentacles reversed. So I feel like you focus too much on, let me put it this way. You know when you're really sick and you start walking around like you would regularly walk around, just like pacing around, but you can't, it takes so much energy to do that you kind of have to stop and take a second and just move really slowly instead. You know what I mean? I don't think you realize how much energy you put into things, pile 1, but not everything deserves that energy. Your spirit guides are still trying to help you learn the lesson of just being able to sit back and slow down. Not put so much energy into things that aren't going to come back to you. Not only that, with 3 pentacles in reverse, you would be learning how to work on the right stuff. Because with this 10 pentacles reverse, I feel like you have potential to make a lot of money. A lot of money. But the thing is, if you're not working on the right things, you're putting energy into the wrong things, you're not going to get any source of income. Instead, it's going to be taken from you. All that money and abundance within yourself is going to be taken from you. And the reason that's happening is because you're putting so much energy and trying to work hard on things. You need to take that energy, put that back into yourself, and let that money come to you. Let the abundance, let the energy come to you. You don't have to try very hard to make friends, to work, to do anything like that, because you're already so powerful in your feminine energy that seeing your worth like that and being able to channel your masculine and feminine energy in a balanced way, so you're not overworking yourself. That's what you're trying to learn how to do, because it makes things way smoother for you, makes you trust yourself way more, makes you be more mindful throughout the day. And with this 4 pentacles reversed, I'm seeing that some of you are Leos here. Spirit guides helping you with your ego and being smug about, I don't know, because 4 pentacles upright can be pretty smug. 4 pentacles reversed is just like not putting in I feel like it's less like you need to be smug about what you have and more like grateful for what you have, so that you can see the power in what you've already built for yourself, and not only see that power but use that power to your advantage. So right now you're not realizing how much you built for yourself, how strong person you are, and that puts you at a disadvantage because you don't know the extent of your power. But knowing the extent of your power, by being this passive feminine energy and observing that power within yourself, and then taking that power and directing it to something that you know you are going to continuously come back to and is going to continuously bring you forth good energy, that's what you need to be doing. I'm also hearing for some of you that there's still less you need to learn about letting things be, in that you need to remember that there's you couldn't control when those people were completely cut out of your life. You can't control how other people see you, no matter how kind you are to them, no matter how much love you give to them. There are some things you just need to be able to let go of and trust the universe will balance back out for you. And you need to be able to let go of any ideas you have about yourself, so you can constantly make a new self with things. So you can constantly be rediscovering yourself and seeing that beauty in yourself, because you don't already have a preset idea of who you are, who you're supposed to be. Hi, pile 2. You chose this orange citrine. It's gonna be a reading. What your spirit guides here help you for in this lifetime? Okay. Spirit's messages here for pile 2. Spirit, connect me to pile 2 spirit guides. Connect me to everyone who aligned with the vibration of pile 2. Clinging to the highest good, the highest self. Okay. I'm going to pull these out one at a time. We have Two of Swords. So this is just in general. In general, Spirit guides are here to help you with hearing path 2, that you get a little bit unsure of which path to take. This can be any sort of path. It could be career, it could be friendship, it could be love. But in general, it might be like light and dark duality, and you can't decide. It's like you're always changing your mind on which path to take, so you never really choose. I'm hearing Spirit. You're not meant to choose one or the other. You're meant to. The way you keep cycling between the two is meant to be your choice, meant to be your path. You're meant to see, like, wide-eyed blind. Like, you're seeing without seeing, you know? Emperor reversed. Spirit guides are here to remind you that you are not meant to put your energy into material world in this lifetime. You're also not necessarily meant to be the leader, like controlling other people, at least in large groups. I'm seeing that for this pal, you're meant to be more like a leader in a sort of one-on-one dynamic. I'm also seeing your spirit guides here to help you to be able to surrender to not having a set path or direction. Because your direction keeps changing. Hierophant reversed. You might have problems with your faith. Power 2. If not that, I have problems with authority in your life. I'm hearing abusive authority, toxic authority, tyrannical authority. You are meant to fight against the status quo. Your way of being is meant to be different from other people's. You might doubt yourself sometimes. You feel like something wrong with me. People don't understand me. There's something about me that's different. I don't understand. There's part of me. You're meant to be different, Pile 2. And the Spirit guides here remind you that you are different, unique like that. And that's for a reason. It's a beautiful reason. Beautiful to be unique like that, be individual like that. But it's almost like you're scared to show that part of yourself because you don't want to offend other people. Your spirit guides are like, oh hell no. You're meant to offend other people. You're meant to change other people's perspectives. You completely change the world just by being who you are. Four Swords reversed. Spirit guides here to help your soul sort of take things less seriously, and just be able to enjoy the moment. Hearing for your past lives, you had a lot of pressure on you to be making the right decisions for not only yourself but for other people. That was really hard for you, hard on your soul. So this life is just meant to be a little bit confusing. You're not really meant to know what's going on so that you can't make a set decision about things. And then whenever you're overthinking about your path or who you are, stuff like that, whenever you're overthinking about anything, you're just not in your highest energy. Those are your more low vibration energies, and you're not be able to be in contact with your angels like that. But when you're able to clear your head, things like meditation, astral projection, stuff like that, when you're able to clear your head and be open to source, that's what your spirit guide is helping you with in this lifetime, because then you can, I'm hearing it's for the purpose of bringing more joy to your soul, because you deserve this good karma. But it's like your spirit guides are trying to push you into sort of surrendering and let things happen, and trusting that you are being your true self, you're being who you truly are, without really knowing what's going on, without really knowing where exactly you're headed. Because I feel like if your soul was able to see where you were headed, you would just get so focused on getting from point A to point B, you would never be able to enjoy this lifetime. Your spirit guides are really trying to help you to just enjoy this lifetime, not overthink it so much, and see the beauty in just like things always being changing, always being chaotic like that. And then we have Page of Swords in reverse. So you are an old soul. You are old soul pile 2. And you are meant to just not vibe with other people's minuscule, I don't know, like just daily drama that ends up not mattering in the next like 3 weeks or whatever. You're not meant to like care about that stuff, material stuff. You are meant to like be sort of in your own world. And you're not, I mean, obviously every soul is learning. Everybody gotta learn things. That's how we grow. But you're not necessarily meant to learn a lot from other people in your life in this lifetime, as in, you're not supposed to just be sitting around taking advice from people or like letting them tell you what to do. You're meant to be walking your own path, creating your own story. I mean, yeah, you might listen to what somebody else might say, but ultimately you're like, I'll take that into consideration, but I'm just gonna do what I know what I'm gonna do, because you're an old soul, you trust yourself like that. You're not interested in those petty details, just little things. They don't matter as much to you. As for what your spirit guides have already helped you with, let me just go ahead and say, pile 2, you have gone through so much of your karmic cycles. You've closed out so many karmic cycles. Like you basically went the extra mile. You have done way more than spirit even expected you to do, or that was even written for you to do in this life. You've gone above and beyond that, and so now it's just a free for all. You can do anything, because you've learned the lessons you meant to learn. You've learned a lot of lessons. Page of Wands, you learned. I'm hearing for some of you, it's just like not to treasure just like sexual encounters, because like maybe some like people who would like you in that way ended up hurting you, or you realize that like lust and stuff like that is superficial. Not only that, but you have realized the importance of being able to express yourself creatively, through words, through language, with anything, because like maybe you used to quiet down your voice in the past, but like it was just like a dam building up, and the pressure just pushed at the boundaries of who you are. And it's just not a way to live. Yeah, we have look at that, 2 pentacles. See, you have learned how to just like take things less seriously and be, maybe that's a thing people tend to not like about you, is like you don't take things seriously enough, or you don't even understand or care about what I'm saying. But it's not even like that with you. Like, you're only going to be paying attention to the stuff that you are meant to hear, and any other time you're just going to be trying to keep it lighthearted, like not take things too seriously. You're meant to be that way, because sometimes people can take situations out of proportion, make it really dark, really bad. But literally all it takes to make a situation better is to have this optimistic perspective, like this motivation to change the situation, just sort of make it light, make it playful. And that's all you need to just completely change the situation and make it not fucking horrible and dark and whatever. Yeah, I'm hearing you've already learned a lesson of like not letting other people get you down when they're like telling you that you're supposed to be this way. You're supposed to be more serious about this or blah 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 blah. And like you've already learned to just not even listen to that and not even let that phase you, because that's just what that person wants to know within themselves. That's just what they're trying to tell you, is just what they want to change within themselves. And you are able to be this fucking like you see the joy, you see the beauty in life. That's beautiful. And like this little angel here, I feel like the angels, your spirit guides, feel like they can just dance with you, just fly with you, just go with you, just flow with you, because you are in your own flow, you're in your own balance. We have Queen of Swords. You've learned to not give your energy to everybody. And you've learned how to, because you're not a very cold person, Pile 2. You're not good at being cold to people, but your spirit guides have definitely helped you learn how to, like, be a bitch, you know? And it used to, like, bother you to be that way, but it's almost now as if you can find fun out of it, where you're like, okay, I deserve better than this. I'm just gonna be a complete bitch. It's almost like you have fun with it. You're all dramatic and stuff. Ooh. We have Two of Cups. I feel like a relationship in your life is significant here. You guys are definitely here to help you with the relationship in your life. And you are meant, I'm hearing Pile 2, to experience and know a different kind of love that other people don't know. You're bringing a new kind of love to the table. And because it's so new, you're not going to hear about it from other people. There's not going to be no research about it, nothing like that. You're going to have to not doubt yourself. You're going to have to believe in yourself, believe in that love within you. Your spirit guides are helping you with that, because if I'm getting the vibes, you would just go crazy without your spirit guides help with this. And look, you and your person both got your spirit guides helping. That's you and your person. And then look at these two angels. You both got your spirit guides helping. This divinely guided relationship. Could be twin flame, could be soulmate, something like that. But if it's not that, you don't gotta marriage your person you think about. I'm hearing just being able to like express love and sensuality within yourself, feminine energy of just sensuality, sacral chakra energy of just being able to be like giving love like that, giving mutuality. Because I'm seeing with this Queen of Swords, you are not afraid to just cut people off, completely cage your heart off to people who do not deserve your energy and your time. On the other end, people who inspire you, people who you like, you meet them where they are. You give them this mutuality. And I'm hearing for Power 2 that you are meant to spread the love, because your love is a different kind of love, a new kind of love you're bringing to the universe, to the table. Your spirit guides are helping you realize it's okay to spread that love to everyone you meet. Not just to yourself, not just to your favorite person, not just to your like people you consider family, but to everyone who deserves your time and energy. It's funny because we have Queen of Swords upright and then King of Swords reversed here. I'm hearing that your spirit guides have gotten you through major trauma, healing, like not just the trauma itself that your spirit guides helped you through, because yeah, but it was the healing that was especially hard for you. But don't worry, Pal 2, I'm seeing here that your spirit guides have already like helped you with that. Like you have gone through so much healing, you've gone through so much change in such a small amount of time, and I'm feeling like it's because you are so willing to just flow with the chaotic change of the universe. Like everything always changing is the only constant. And you're able to flip between these light and dark sides so easily with such this jovial nature of like either one's good to me, that it's made you grow into someone your soul never even thought you would be before. It's a new level, that's for sure. Your soul hasn't gotten to this level yet, and I'm hearing you're rewriting history. You are meant to rewrite history. You're not supposed to doubt that within yourself. You're not supposed to doubt how powerful you're supposed to realize that you are here to rewrite history. And your spirit guides have already helped you with that too. Now, I only got one card for what your spirit guides still need to help you with. 4 of Wands. I'm getting, for a strong majority of you, this is a relationship of some sort. For some of you, this could be karmic, could be soulmate, could be twin flame. But there's something significant about this relationship you are meant to put work into. And bring the lessons you've learned from this relationship into the material world and into your work, because you and this person are soul family, and y'all are in a soul track. Y'all are meant to learn significant lessons through each other in this lifetime. Very strong lessons. I'm hearing that you are not done with this person, whoever this is. Okay, yeah, and then not only just the person, the lessons you've learned with this relationship, but your relationships themselves and the boundaries of your relationships. You are still learning karmic lessons about that. Your spirit guides are still having to help you through that. And don't worry, this is all divine timing. You've learned so much already, but this is just what your spirit guides are looking over right now and are guiding you through right now. So you might experience in the near future some challenges that have to do with your relationship boundaries and setting those boundaries. Hi, Patty. If you chose this tiger's eye, this is gonna be a reading. Spirit and his ancestors, connect me to power to highest self, highest good, connect me to his spirit guides, spirit realms. Okay. Pile 3, you might have a huge family of ancestors looking out for you. Just a very large spirit team or multiple spirit teams looking out for you. Pile 3, what's the messages? What's the messages here about what your spirit guide is helping you with in this lifetime? What's the messages here? King Cups reversed. Alright, so say 2 different realities. For some of you, you had to be the emotionally mature one in a lot of your past lives, or maybe in your early childhood, and you took a lot of responsibility for other people. Now in this lifetime, you're not meant to do that. You're only meant to take on responsibility for yourself, your own emotions, and you're not really meant to be the one guiding other people through their bullshit. If anybody starts like venting you about stuff, you're just supposed to be like, yeah, that sucks. You're not really meant to so I'm not saying that you can't be a nurturing person, you can't give advice to your friends, but it's more like you aren't meant to be the one that people go to for therapy and advice in this lifetime. not in this reality, no. You got 10 of Cups. So there's some sort of family situation that maybe you're... Oh, I forgot to tell you the other reality. The other reality for the King of Cups in reversed is that there is someone in your life who was not giving you good emotional advice, not being there for you emotionally, not showing you how to love. This could be a parental figure, it could be someone in your childhood you're really close to. But they caused you to learn toxic patterns within yourself about how to deal with emotional situations. And your spirit guides are having to help you with that and relearning those patterns. Now, this 10 of Cups, seeing family situations, some of you had a toxic family as a child. This might also have to do with this King of Cups in reverse. And you are having to not only heal from that, but I'm seeing that all of you are meant to build a new sort of family in the future. Now, this is for some of you an idea of like you already have a set idea of what kind of family you want in the future, what kind of future you want. And yeah, that's supposed to be your goal in this lifetime, basically, that your spirit is helping you with. But for others of you, don't really know. So maybe even for some of you don't want like family, like children or a partner or something like that, like a lifelong partner. Maybe you just are wanting to learn how to feel stable in yourself. You feel stable in your home with what you have and what you've built over your lifetime. Basically, I'm hearing for you guys, pile 3, that your spirit guides are here to help you learn how to be your own mother, your own father, or be the parent that you always wanted, you always needed, but you never got. And whether that's just for yourself, or if that's for any children you might have in the future, if this is like some sort of relationship you're gonna have with someone who you will consider family. Yeah, there's a lot of healing that needs to be done in home, foundation, comfort, you know. Path here, you might be homebodies, you might feel way more comfortable at home. Your spirit guides are trying to help you feel so comfortable with your stability at home that you are able to go out and do other things and see other people and still be rooted in that comfort and home stability, and still be reminded that you can come back home whenever you need to, and you can come back to you and just yourself or just the people you love. Others, you might still be in this toxic family situation and you aren't able to get out of it. Your spirit guides are helping you make the most of that for yourself. Because you can't change how other people act, but you can only change what you get out of a situation, how you react to it. We got 4 of Wands here. So your sense of not only loving yourself, but loving other people, definitely is going to change a lot, and your spirit guide is going to help you with that change. They're here to help you not only have and maintain healthy relationships, but recognize toxic relationships and how you can best cut those things off, or if you can't cut those relationships off, work with them in a way where they don't consume you or your life. Because with the Judgment on the bottom of the deck here, there's a lot of karmic justice that is needing to happen for you. A lot of injustices that have happened to you in the past. And your spirit guides are here to help you not only move on and see beyond those things, see beyond that material pain, but to help you glow. Like, I'm hearing glow up, grow into this person with such happiness in themselves, such financial stability within themselves that they like aren't consumed by those past injustices. I'm also hearing for some of you that your spirit guides are here to help you pass judgment on others and bring justice into your life or into maybe your friend's life or your partner's life. Whenever you go on tangents of passion because you care about a situation or about an idea, your spirit guides are there with you. They are channeling through you, you know. Yeah, Path 3, you are definitely my strong group. You are definitely my warriors. You've been through a lot. I'm hearing you have a lot of people protecting you, a lot of spirit guides, angels protecting you, because I don't know, I'm feeling like these entities who didn't even know your soul at all will just witnessed how much you went through as a soul and how much you are going to go through, and are just like immediately like wanting to be there for you, wanting to be loyal to you, wanting to protect you, wanting to help you any way they can from the higher realms, which is really cool. Spirit, what lessons have my spirit guides already helped Pile 3 through in this lifetime? What lessons have my Pile 3 already worked through with their spirit guides? Emperor reversed. So toxic masculine pattern behaviors that were learned in early childhood. If not that, then your spirit guides are here. As kids, we believe this shit we're taught, like from society and school and stuff like that. Your spirit guides are helping you see through the lies of that, what you've been taught by society, the type of things. Yeah. You are just meant to know better, and you do know better. You have learned those things. We got Knight of Cups. He wanted to do a little flip. He did a little flippy flip. But, woo! I feel like your spirit guides have helped you learn how to channel spirit, channel source. And this could be creatively through music, or it could be through writing. It could be through practically anything, really. But maybe you used to doubt yourself, you used to get your inspiration elsewhere, and now you're sort of getting inspiration from your higher source, your spirit guides, whoever or whatever you like to communicate with and channel. And I'm hearing in particular that might bring you a lot of fame or money or abundance or admirers. Because we have this cup here, but it's just full. It's not overflowing. It's perfectly full. And I'm feeling like your spirit guides have helped you feel fulfilled in your daily routine and the things you want to do in your life. And not feel overwhelmed by it. You feel like you actually have a clear path on what you want to do. We have 6 of Swords, the Devil in reversed, and then we have 9 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So again, this being your own mother energy, you've learned how to bring this own abundance to yourself, and I keep hearing the word prosperity. And with this 9 of Cups, you are not only prosperous in the material world, but you are prosperous in your emotions. You feel fulfilled. You don't feel as if you need any more than what you have. Your spirit guides have definitely helped you with being grateful what you have in the moment, and feeling like okay with the fact that you're always going to need to change. There's always going to be something new, but you're okay with what you have right now. And the thing is about being mindful like that is that when you're grateful about the abundance you already have, it just brings you more abundance. It just makes you feel more abundant, which in turn makes you more grateful for your abundance. I'm also hearing whatever you work for, whatever your passion is in this lifetime, your spirit guides are helping you, basically just gassing you up and making you believe in yourself, making you believe that you have the ability to do that stuff, to bring something new to the table. And what this is, of course, the devil in reverse. You might feel alone a lot, but your spirit guides are here to help you feel less alone. They're not exactly, maybe you used to rely a lot on what the universe told you to do or what your spirit guides told you to do, but now you're just doing your own thing. And it's like you've grown so much in your shadow side because you had so many people giving you bad advice or projected their ego onto you. And you just, even after those things happened, you were hurt and you were having to sit with yourself, you still found a way to be grateful for the lessons you learned and for the happy memories you had with those people. It's like you're never you don't take bad things out of situations anymore. You try your best to take positivity out of it, so that you can best change within yourself. And I'm also hearing pile 3, but that you're no longer trying to give advice or guide other people, because they usually just end up not listening to you or even taking your advice in a way that you completely didn't mean. It's just how they wanted to experience your advice. So you're not bothering anymore to put in energy into things where people just aren't even gonna listen. You're keeping that wisdom, that knowledge just to yourself. And it's making you like a more powerful person. It's like I'm hearing you learn more by saying less. And with this devil in reverse energy, I'm not feeling like you're super like superiority thing. You're not feeling like you're above other people. You are super humble, even with all this knowledge that you feel like you have within yourself, this infinite wisdom. You are still this humble person. You see the beauty in everybody. You see the equality in everybody and everything. Because maybe you struggled with that in the past. You struggled with inferiority, superiority, and sort of switching back and forth between that. Or maybe you tried a lot to help other people or to give to other people, and they ended up just not being appreciative at all or even hurting you. But now you've learned those lessons. You've learned all these lessons: being grateful, being humble, and expressing your truest self. By channeling the things you love. Now, Spirit, let me just ask, what lessons are Pile 3 still needing to learn with their spirit guides? What lessons we have 5 of Swords in reversed. So maybe you have trouble with being manipulated a lot by other people without you realizing it. And your spirit guides are trying to help you see the patterns more easy, and not fall subject to that person's just like whims of like keeping you in a cycle. For others of you, I'm hearing that you are the one to use these manipulative tactics to your advantage. I'm hearing manifestation, spell work, but you're having to learn that these things come back on you karmically, and that you have to balance that power, with lack of power. Everything needs balance, and you're learning that when you try and manipulate a situation, it only ends up manipulating you in the same way. Yeah, and your spirit guides are helping you with you're still needing to learn a lesson of accepting the fact that you have the upper hand in the situation, and basically making the best of that and not doubting yourself of having that control to change things in the situation. With temperance here, I feel like you are this temperance angel, but you doubt yourself. This makes you fumble, and it makes you not able to hold these two cups in balance. But you're getting there. It's just a strong need for balance that your spirit guides are still trying to help you with. Whether it's your dark and light energies, your ego, your spirit, your masculine, your feminine. And then we have Queen of Cups in reversed and King of Wands in reversed. So I'm feeling like this is the duality of your masculine and feminine shadow sides. Your masculine side, in its like ego state, is this King of Wands reverse energy, saying things that aren't aligned with your heart, being motivated by just anger and nothing else. And when you've fallen into that masculine shadow side energy, it's ended up putting you in some bad situations. And you're still having to learn lessons with that. Or maybe with other people lashing out at you like that and you sort of absorbed it too much. Or maybe you are supposed to block that off more and not absorb the energy so much of other people's anger. Because it just gets trapped into you. Their karmic battles become your own. With this Queen of Cups in reverse, I'm feeling like when your feminine side is in its shadow side, it becomes codependent, it becomes needy for stability and foundation and validation, no matter where it comes from. So that can make you latch on to some pretty toxic dynamics. I'm also hearing for some of you that there's a huge prevalent problem of other people taking on this energy with you, of like just latching onto you and making you their star, making you the one who has to heal and fix them. So there's a strong need for you to not only balance those shadow sides within yourselves, but also be able to cut off people who do that to you, or block yourselves off from their emotions so they don't affect you. Because I feel like the problem right now is like you see and understand those sides of people and why they're doing that from the goodness and light of your heart. But it's okay to see and understand why they're doing that and not have compassion for their weakness or their selfishness. You need to be able to separate what is okay to enable and have compassion with people, and what you need to block yourself off from, because that's not aligned with who you are. This is heavy energy of people projecting onto you, or trying to manipulate you, or trying to use you. And your spirit guides are trying to help you keep that stuff from happening without having to try so hard, without having to give so much of yourself, without having to constantly have the upper hand in the situation. It's almost like having this balance within yourself and just not accepting any of the bullshit, not letting anyone treat you like that is really all you need. But first you gotta balance out the shadow sides within yourself.